everybody. I have had a pretty crazy past few days and have not been able to do anything in my journal. So where I last finished was session 3, which was putting the sprays. I used the stencils, and gosh, that was Wednesday. So then Thursday and Friday, Saturday, I wasn't able to work in my journal at all, but I sat and cut out pictures and words and phrases from these 2 issues of Artful Blogging magazine. I have had these forever. This is November, December, January of 2010. And this is August, September, October of 2009. And I've been hoarding these forever. I honestly can't even say that I probably sat down and looked at them from start to finish ever. I know I flipped through them and just loved all of the photos inside, and finally figured out something to do with the images that are in these magazines, and they're gorgeous. And it's nice, you know, it's nice thick paper. So I sat down Thursday nights when I started this. My daughter has dance for an hour, so I took this with me to dance and started cutting out pictures and phrases from these 2 magazines to use in my journaling by 5s. So, I mean, the kind of neat thing is that all of the phrases are written exactly the same. It's all the same font. So I have a lot of these, plenty to put in my journal. So it's you know, they're all going to be the same text, which is kind of cool. You know, I mean, this is slowly morphing into being, you know, a kind of having somewhat of a theme, a consistent feel to it, and having all of these being the same will really even kind of help that happen even more. And this was not planned at all. I didn't plan this at all. This is just kind of the way that it is happening out. And you know, if you've seen my collage journal, you know that I use all sorts of different words from all sorts of everything, and none of it matches. So this is totally different how this is starting to work out. But I got some really neat images, and I just kind of put them in this so that I can flick through them and pull stuff out while I'm gluing, and they're not going to be scattered around all over my desk and falling on the floor and whatnot. But there's art, and you know, there's pictures with people in it, and just flowers, ladybug. There's just a whole variety of images that I cut out from these 2 magazines. So I'm going to use these, and I think what I'm going to eventually end up doing with this journal is, I think at first I left some of these pages without anything on them. Let me get my other journal. So this is the exact same book, and in this one, on a lot of the pages, I put magazine images over, but some of them I left the image that was on there and just journaled around it. And I was thinking about doing this and this as well, but since I now have all of these beautiful photos, I think I'm going to go ahead and gesso over the rest of these pages, and I'll either kind of do another journaling by 5 session to do the rest of these pages, which there are quite a few. I haven't counted them up, but there's quite a few that I left blank because I only did 20 of these. So I'll either do another journaling by 5 session and, you know, eventually just have this whole journal created that way, or I'm just going to go through and gesso over these pages and, you know, add some of these images just leisurely on my own free time, you know, not speed through it. But I'm really liking how these are coming together, and I think I kind of want all of the pages to be somewhat like these. If not, I have now decided I don't want to use the images that are in here. I'm going to go ahead and cover everything up. That's what I'm trying to say. So I also cut out a bunch of butterflies from my butterfly paper. I've found these, it's the big sheets of almost kind of like wrapping decorative paper, and that's what these are for. I don't know if I'm going to use any of them, but they are cut out. And then I've got all of my words. And then I'm going to use, to adhere things down, I'm going to use this Liquitex Basics Gloss Gel Medium. It's just like the golden soft gel, which I've used a lot too in the past to collage things down with. A friend gave this to me, so I figured I would use this since I've got it. And I've got my glue stick just in case, and my scissors, and towel just to wipe my fingers off because it's going to get sticky. And I think that is it. That's all that is really needed for this. I'm going to try to just, you know, open this up and grab an image and slap it down. I haven't looked through these since I cut them out. I really don't even remember what half of them say. So the same thing with this. I'm going to just try to grab and glue it down, and hopefully I will get this finished in 15 minutes. Oh, I've got this. I'm just going to squirt a bunch of glue in so that I've always got a big puddle of glue there to work with. And then I've just got my crummy brush that I use to glue things down. And that's it. Well, we will see what comes out of this. So, alrighty, we'll get started. Hey everyone. Okay, so real quick, I went way over my time, and honestly, my phone got covered up, and I didn't set the alarm. You know, I just set it to keep on going. I didn't set it to stop. So it got covered up with the papers, and I didn't want to try to find it because my hands were all goopy, so I had no idea what my time was. I knew I went over, but I just kept on going because I didn't want to stop. So my time was 25 minutes and 6 seconds. And I think that the reason why it was so high, I didn't, you know, there were a couple times where I kind of sorted through the pictures because I wasn't sure what was in there. But mostly I just grabbed what was, you know, what was there in my bucket and what I could see and put it on there. And then especially for the words, I just grabbed what was on top of the pile, or something that I could easily see. I didn't sit there and try to sort and root through everything to look, because first of all, my hands were totally goopy and I didn't want glue to get all over everything, and I knew that it would take up too much time if I sat there and tried to do that. Sometimes I like maybe noticed the saying first and then I grabbed a picture, or either way, but I don't think that is what slowed me down. I think it was just gluing it down. I was going as fast as I could, but my pictures were big, so I think it would be a lot easier and a lot quicker if, you know, maybe I had a lot of little small pictures and then bigger, you know, the bigger size. But it definitely took more time to put glue on these, because I had to put glue on the back of the picture, and then I had to put glue on the page, and so that took a while. And then after I put this first one on and saw how much it was wrinkling, I grabbed my card so that I could scratch, not scratch, but you know, scrape them flat, scrape out the air bubbles. And it also helped a lot because it took off a lot of the excess glue from on top of here, so it dried a lot quicker. So that was good, and I was able to use this as quickly as I was because the images, the paper that they were on was thicker magazine paper. It'd probably be harder to go that fast and use this to scrape them if you're using really thin magazine pages. But I think those are the two things that slowed me up, was just the size of this and having to put glue on both sides. Actually, I think that was really it, because I tried really hard to just grab and slap on. I did notice after I was done that I had missed 2 pages. So, because some of these, you know, this is kind of looks like a 1-page spread, but it's actually, some of them are counted as 2 separate pages. And I forgot to put pictures on two of the ones like this, so I did go back and put pictures on 2 of the pages. But besides that, this was one of them that I forgot to do. Besides that, it went fast, and I felt like I was doing good. I definitely, you know, wasn't totally feeling the stress of the time limit, and knowing that the time was going, even after I knew that I probably went over. I didn't, you know, let that get to me or stress me out. I just kept going and kept grabbing and kept putting pictures down. Now, I know Shannon says to stop. When your time's up, you stop. And then, you know, later on in the free time is when you can add, you know, finish up the pages that you didn't get done. I didn't do that. I kept going and got an image on all of my pages. So this is the other one, I think. I don't know. One of these other ones is another one that I forgot to put an image on. But anyways, I am still really happy with how this is turning out. This is the one that I forgot to put one on. So as you're watching the video, you won't see me putting this one down. But besides that, I'm really liking this, and these that I put down, I think will kind of turn into be more like a journal prompt, so that if I'm wanting to sit down and do some journaling, you know, I can use these phrases that I have put on here as a prompt to start for the journaling. On, you know, on some of them, maybe not all of them, but that's what I've got done. And the next step is mark making. So pens and pencils, Sharpie pens, paint pens, you know, watercolor pencils, things like that. So I'm not quite sure what I'll do. I have a feeling that I'll probably outline just a lot of these and a lot of the squares, just because that's, you know, what the look that I like on my pages like this. I probably won't do any doodling or anything like that, just because I'm not a doodler. I want to be a doodler, but I'm not. And I know that being under a time limit on doing this, that would just probably be too much for me to try to think of what to do, but then also know that I have to do it like super fast and move on. So I have a feeling that I'll just kind of outline some of these and use probably mainly my Stabilo pencil and my water brush to go around some of the stuff. And then, you know, I've got gel pens too, which I might use those, but those take a long time to dry, and I know that they will smudge, and, you know, I'm good at wasting my valuable time drying my pages, which I did dry some of these just a little bit, which they didn't need a lot, but you know, I don't want my pages to stick together, so I would much rather take a little bit longer on my time than have my pages stick together. So anyways, I think that is it. Hopefully I will be able to do the next step tomorrow. I'm actually hurt myself on Sunday. I sat down in my big tall real tall bar stool chair that I've got, that we've had, gosh, I think it's probably, well, Abby's 18 and we got it when she was, it's probably a 17-year-old chair. Well, it finally decided to break on Sunday when I sat in it. The screws fell out and I hit the floor, the hardwood floor, and my foot got pinched in the metal bars of the chair. So my leg and my ankle and my calf are bruised terribly, and I have to stand when I work. So standing here, even just to do this little bit, I'm starting to get, my legs starting to hurt. So you know what, but actually tomorrow, since I'm doing pen work, that's one thing that I can do if I'm sitting down. So anyways, it's getting nice and chunky and doesn't want to stay shut, and I'm probably going to put some duct tape or packing tape on this edge just because it's not falling apart. It's not looking like it's trying to fall apart or anything like that, but just maybe to protect it a little bit. I might put some tape on there. But so far, that is it, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks again, everybody, for all the comments. I have not had a chance to sit down and answer anybody's comments yet, so I apologize for that, but I will answer them soon. And thank you again for all of your support and your positive comments on me doing this and going through these steps and sharing what I'm experiencing. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much, and hopefully we'll have another video tomorrow. Bye-bye.